Plagiarism. We've all heard plenty about it on the first day of every course in high school, and we're all very familiar with exactly what it is, where it can apply, and how we will be punished for stealing others' work academically. But there's more to plagiarism than copy and pasting a thesis statement for your English assignment. Plagiarism is the practice of taking someone else's work or ideas and passing them off as your own, according to the Oxford Pocket Dictionary of Current English. Now, if I just read that definition without the according to bit, I'd have been plagiarizing. I know it may seem like a pretty petty situation, but if you don't properly account for your references and borrowed works, small things like definitions can spiral into a massive lawsuit, resulting in your child's left lung and right kidney being sold to pay for the damages, or just being kicked out of school. Plagiarism doesn't just apply to assignments for your professor either. You can find an example of plagiarism in many other places, anywhere from a workplace as simple as a cashier at Food Basics, all the way to something like the owner of a restaurant chain. Working as a cashier, you may be instructed to write a report for an employee evaluation. Something along the lines of how you feel working under the instruction of your manager, and what your coworkers could do to improve the workflow. This is the kind of thing you could easily search for on the internet and steal if you're too lazy to write an honest review in time. The same thing goes for the CEO of a growing company. Imagine you're making changes to the company website after hearing a quote on the radio hours ago, and do your best to reconstruct said quote without researching it and properly crediting the original author. If the legal owner of those words finds your website, they can take action against you, resulting in best case receiving a warning and having to rewrite that particular web page. Worst case, you lose all of the assets of your company because they believed you were using their work to make a profit. So how do we avoid this? Avoiding accidentally plagiarizing is very simple. When doing research for a report or collecting images for a presentation, keep track of each website you visit, and once your assignment or project is done, review all the websites you saved and remove the ones you didn't end up using. Just tack those onto a page or slide titled Works Cited or Resources at the end of your report, and you have nothing to worry about. When using exact words or quotes, it's good practice to write a letter to the legal owner of the article in question and request permission or notify them of your citation. This will normally end up costing you nothing, whereas if you had used the content without notifying the owner ahead of time, you could be forced to remove your derivation of the externally owned material, or have to pay a large fine to make amends. This article, written by a student caught cheating on an engineering exam, outlines one of the more typical instances of plagiarism: cheating in school, and outlines how this student abused a computer to avoid studying. I was caught using an iWatch, an iPod Nano fixed into a watch strap with scanned pages from the textbook to cheat during our final exam. This was a wrong thing to do in the sense that I tried to gain an advantage over the rest of my classmates while putting less effort into doing the work. After having committed this act of plagiarism, the student says their work will likely be more scrutinized in the future and that their academic integrity may be questioned by the community. Cheating in situations such as the ones I've outlined is unhealthy for multiple reasons. Cheating in school will lead to gaps in your knowledge where you turn to the internet instead of your notes. Stealing employee evaluations from Google will prevent you from being able to properly voice your opinions about your coworkers. And using others' work to promote your business could in turn cripple your chances of ever making it big. So to close, cheating in any form will end up hurting you more than your diploma or resume, and it's important that you take the necessary precautions to ensure all of your work is properly cited. Don't let technology be the reason you cheat on your test. That's not what it was made for.